I'm sure all of you have heard the video of Kirk Franklin and his son in the argument. Um, but it's one thing I feel that Kirk Franklin has missed. I don't know the situation, their back history and stuff like that. But from my observation of what I've seen, Kirk Franklin is forgetting something. And I'm Killer B, goddamn witch finder general. And when I find a witch, I burn them up. Please hit that like button, share, and subscribe and get more content. So, my observation of the video, Kirk Franklin has lost his temper. He lost his temper on his son. Said some things that he shouldn't have said. And I find it disturbing that a lot of the black community is supporting Kirk Franklin on his actions. But then we turn around and want to blame the problems in the black community on someone that's not in the black community. And y'all know what I'm talking about. We want to blame white people and racism and slavery on the problems in our community, on the way that our kids are behaving. I find that a lot of black parents are not including themselves in the problem. Kirk Franklin, I believe, is a very wealthy man. I'm sure he took care of all his kids financially. I'm sure he set away for his children to get proper education. I'm sure these kids don't want of anything, right? But he forgot to give them one thing. And from what I've seen from the argument or discussion that his son had with his sister, it seems to be there's might be a little jealousy, or there just might be a different, siblings don't always have to don't think the same. There's a lot of kids and stuff that didn't grow up with a silver spoon in their mouth. There's a lot of kids grown up with a silver spoon in their mouth, right? Now, when you put those two types of people together, you will see something. I might be saying this wrong. Let me kind of switch it up a little bit. The kids that didn't have anything growing up, there's a good portion of them had parents that supported whatever they were doing, that was there for the baseball games, the football games, the dance recitals. Um, they always encouraged their children to do better. Sometimes this didn't happen, right? But I'm just saying there's a good portion of children that had loving families growing up, but didn't have the things financially, right? Some of those kids turned out all right. Some of them didn't, right? But we have kids that were born with everything they ever needed. Everything they wanted to have, they got it, right? Except one thing: love and support from their parents. I said this on one of my streams the other day. Parents, pay attention to your kids. Like I said, I don't know the situation, but I was actually this funny that this situation came up because just a few days ago I was gonna do a video on Kirk Franklin, on the things that he said about. I guess it was an old article, I guess, with um, the issue with homosexuality, right? And he approached it with a Christian approach. Not all Christians believe in what he said. He said that we all sinners. Some people have problems with other things, that do other things. That's not right, right? And Christians supposed to work with these people, work these things out, and bring them back to Christ, right? Kirk Franklin obviously has a problem. Already going to counseling and stuff like that. Sometimes those things work, sometimes they don't. But he has a problem, and we should support him the same way he supported. And I don't know, was the move a move for some kind of political type move or to get more following or something? I don't know the reason he did it, right? But he should apply that same thing with his son. Giving your son everything, what you feel as giving your son everything, is not giving your son everything. Sometimes that kid didn't want the money. I don't know the situation, but I'm seeing what I'm just going off of what I'm observing. I heard the daughter said that you're broke, right? This man, this child right here, his child, 30-something years old, I don't care if he's 50, it's still his kid. And he hasn't seen his parents in years, he says. That they haven't taken, he hasn't been in any family pictures, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 14 years. He's been away from his family. He's only 30, 32, 33. Now, 14 years. You subtract 14 years from 33, 34. Y'all know the number y'all going to get. So, he said he didn't even know where they lived or even had their phone number. What did this child did at 20 years old that was so bad that you disowned this man? You might have gave him money the whole time. You might have gave him money, right? Might have brought him a car. Might have paid down payment on a house for him, or paid his rent a couple of times for him, right? You get where I'm getting here? But he needed you. This kid might have been content living on the street as a homeless person, long as he had the love from his father. And from what we heard from the phone call, we see how that relationship was. They said it was a toxic relationship, right? Why? Why was the relationship toxic? Right? We don't know this. It's family business, but now it's out here on the internet. So everybody getting a piece of it, including me. But hopefully my video can help parents realize this. Money isn't everything. Yes, you're a parent. You obligated to feed that kid, clothe that kid until they're adult. Right? Until they can get out on their own. But still, and the result of that kid being able to get out on his own and stuff like that, a lot of things that could help him are very simple things that money can't buy. Right? So I didn't want to drag this. I might have went too long anyway, but this is my thoughts on it and stuff that yeah. And Kirk Franklin, you apologize to all the fans. You didn't apologize to your son. You didn't apologize to your son. So your son is doing everything that he can to get you to realize what you're doing to him. It might be some things that in his head that he can't come to grips with. It's your job to help him figure that out. He's a grown man now. He's 30-something years old. Something happened to him at the age of 20. 20 years old, he's still a kid. All right, y'all. This Killer B, the goddamn witch finder general. You got a witch, I'll burn their asses up every goddamn time. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe to your boy. Gotta go. Got phone call.